Hi, this is Neve Arthur, the stay-at-home family, with today's edition of the Scientific Happiness Project. Now, I'm actually pretty excited about this one today because we're going to be talking about neuroplasticity again. Now, I know we've dug into in a previous video exactly what that is, but for the last few, we've been really going into NLP, which is great for using the existing wiring of your brain. But remember that while you're kind of working with your brain and how it already works, that you want to be retraining it to whatever it is that, whatever kind of state you want to be in. Now, for most people watching this, that's kind of typically generally happy, maybe not happy in every moment and every day, but a general feeling of happiness in your life. And one of the things that gives people a lot of happiness is purpose and drive. So this is where the most important thing you can do for your brain is give it a goal that you are working towards. It doesn't matter what this goal is in. It can be a financial goal. It can be a business goal. It can be a hobby goal. It can be a family goal. It can be a health goal. It can be anything that's something that you really want. But maybe you've been moving forward like, I want things to get better, right? All that does is use your existing wiring exactly as it is, thinking, okay, this but more, or this but slightly different. So then you're not actually changing how your brain is working at all. You're looking at the pre-existing conditions of how you've been thinking, saying, I'd like to just make it better. Which doesn't give your brain anything new to do. So it's going to stay on default settings, and it's going to keep using its old neural pathways, and you're going to keep thinking the same thoughts, right? So if you feel like a failure because you haven't lost 20 pounds or whatever it is that you want to do, you might continue to feel that way, right? So when you get really specific in your goal and really focused on the outcome and what that would feel like, a lot of people don't really understand the importance of that. They think it's just so that they can feel good, so that they know where they're going, so that they don't kind of derail themselves, which is true, but it's also about training your brain to think in a way that you have already achieved this. Because what you start to do is you start to rewire your brain to the condition that you want it to be in, right? So your thoughts can't really tell the difference between reality and just incredibly detailed vision. So if you close your eyes and you visualize a really, really clear scene, your brain doesn't know whether that actually happened or whether it's something that you've just imagined, because it's processing information the same way, whether it came in through the eyes or as a picture that you imagined. So what you can do is you can take your goal and get incredibly, incredibly clear on the specifics of your goal, and then set a scene for yourself achieving that goal and see what that feels like, what that smells like, what that sounds like. Think about it really deeply. Now, the major mistake that most people make, and I've made this too, so we're all guilty of it, is you write out a goal, you get really clear, you put yourself in the moment, you really think about it, and then you feel really great, you put it down, and that's the last time you ever look at that goal. And you only ever think of it as, oh yeah, my goal to lose 20 pounds. You never ever go back to that moment of achieving it, what you'll feel like, what your body will feel like, what you'll look like, that you'll be looking in the mirror, where you'll be, how much, gentle breeze is in your face, whatever it is. You never set the scene again. You set it once, and then you focus on just the numerical outcome or the very specific outcome, without actually digging back into that feeling of achieving it. Whereas if you actually want to rewire your brain, you need to think the same pattern of thoughts over and over until it's completely made new connections, and probably let go of the old ones of what its automatic thought pathway, its automatic neural pathway that happens when you think about yourself and weight, So instead, what you're doing is you're giving it a new way of thinking that views you as someone who's already accomplished this. Now, what will happen is you'll find that you will feel healthy, positive feelings instead of having weird negative ones coming up. Because if you're looking at a numerical goal that you want to achieve, but you're still firing the thought patterns of, I'm fat, I'm a failure, this is, just who I am, this is who I've always been, this is who I'm stuck being, that's in discord. And it's going to create emotions that are of uncomfortability, feeling really down on yourself, feeling immense guilt. These things that sort of bubble up usually happen because your brain is not matching what it is that you say that you want. and there's discord there. So the main way is to rewire your brain by writing out exactly what you want, writing out exactly what it's going to be like when you achieve it, exactly that moment, what it's going to feel like, what it's going to look like, getting really, really, really visual, and then reading it every day or recording it and listening to it every day so that you can close your eyes and actually visualize it and get yourself there. And you'll find that if you do it a couple times a day, after even just a few days, you'll start to really think that way. You'll start to notice that you are living in that future kind of up here in your mind, and that you start to make the actions that bring you there. Now, actions are just really based on what we think we should do and what we feel like doing, right? So if we can get the thinking to just totally focused on this goal, and then the feeling to believing that it's possible because they've seen it so many times, that is when you get action that matters, and that is when you get results. So, and having a purpose, a drive, that's what makes us happy. Something we can achieve. So, I love you guys. Write out your goal today. Get really present in it. Record it if you can. If not, just read it, twice a day and really get yourself there. Because you need your body and your feelings and your emotions on board. It's not just a mental goal. It's not just, I'm going for this number, I'm going for this number, I'm going for this number. You have to feel it so that you can line up everything, because otherwise you won't take action because you'll know what to do, but you won't feel like it. Okay, so have an awesome day. Make sure that you've subscribed to the YouTube channel and liked the Facebook fan page, and I will see you in the next video.